Hello and welcome to the 12th Willsgcreed podcast episode 12 for the 20th of August 2019. So, fuck. Where do we begin? Like, I have a lot of a lot of things have happened recently. We'll start with the ones that I think are most important. So, wait, I'm going to actually, before we actually do start, I'm going to open up the blinds a bit to let a bit more light in here. Probably should have noticed that when I was streaming earlier, but there we go. Okay, now let's get into the 12th episode of the Willsgcreed podcast. Honestly, I'm actually kind of considering rebranding myself. Like, this is something I've thought of for months, but yeah, I don't really like the name Willsgcreed anymore. But then it's like, I can't be asked to change my Twitch, etc, etc. So, I don't know if I'd want to change. I can't think of anything that, yeah, I could change it to. Anyway, the most important thing to, well, there are a few important things. Like, I've just recently finished Lost Season 4. And I think I'm gonna try and get through it by September. It's like, ideally I'd like to have finished Lost by September, but I'm kind of aware that that's kind of unrealistic. You know what? I've actually got an idea for today's episode. Okay, wait. Let me just start. Let's also continue. Let me also get, before I show my pick'ems, which is something I can do. Another feminist has blocked me. Well, that I was actually trying to get debates on Twitter. Emraz, the feminist next door, has blocked me. I don't know how I feel about this. Like, on one side, it's a feels bad, man, because, like, debating feminists and shit kind of helps with the anxiety and shit, because it takes mind off how shit life is. But on the other hand, Omega lol. So yeah, she joins Takedown MRAs and getting bored and blocked me. It's like, I could actually understand Takedown MRAs blocking me, because we'd actually had a few back and forths before that. I might actually make a new Twitter for when I do. Getting more tokens, free. Right, okay, I thought it would be, okay, never mind, I guess I'll just click that, there we go. Okay, so, I think I'll focus this episode on my pick'ems. So, okay, let's just start off with how the pick'ems works. So to get diamond, you only need 5 correct pick'ems, therefore you don't really need to try and guess who's going to go 3-0 and who's going to go here and who's going to go here. So that basically means that the only thing worth trying for is the teams that are going through and the 0 to 3. The 3 and 0 doesn't really matter, because it's like any of them could go 3 and 0, and I'd rather get the easy point for them going through. Even though, sure, I am a Vitality fan. But anyway. It's like, I think Dream Eaters is probably the worst team there. It's like, I think basically every team here can beat them. And that's basically what I went for. And I think the likes of Vitality, G2, Mouse, NRG, North, Complexity and Ints are probably like the strongest teams there. It's like, maybe you could swap out these two for like a Tai Lu, or for like a Crazy, or even maybe a Hellraisers, even though I don't know. Yeah, I'm not exactly certain if, you know, they would do anything. So yeah, I went with these teams. It's like Vitality, it's like, the chances are, especially in this new Challenger stage, you know, man like Zoe is just going to go ham. It's like, they're all good, you know, it's quite easy, whatever. G2, yeah, they're good. They should get through. Mario Sports are good. They should get through. NRG are good. Yeah, North are good. It's like, yeah. So yeah, those are basically my picks for the upcoming major. I was, so yeah, I finished season 4 of, Lost. Kind of think it's interesting how there's, like, the Oceanic Six, and basically they're lying to protect those that couldn't get off the island. I'm happy that Desmond got his happy ending, even though that means that there won't be any more Desmond, probably. Unless there's like a flashback or flash forward of them meeting up or some shit. But yeah, I'm happy that he basically got Penny in the end. You know, it's like... I was actually considering messaging one of my mods / friends saying, yeah, if Desmond doesn't get the happy ending, then it's the worst fucking show ever. I think after this, I'm meant to move on to Breaking Bad, which I might try and get done by, like, the end of November. I think that's kind of realistic. Like, yeah. I'm actually not sure what I always struggle with thinking about what I could talk about, like... It's like, I haven't really discussed with my friend whether the aviation podcast will happen, and if so, will there be a, like, new channel for it, or will he just want to put it on one of ours? Like, I know he has a channel, but it's, like, not that, well, he doesn't upload videos anymore. Matter of fact, I don't even think he has a YouTube channel anymore. But yeah, he used to upload plane spotting videos, so it probably would be best if the podcast went on his channel. Or if we made a separate channel for it. Let's see. Arctic Siege, well, you'll see today's stream when it gets uploaded. And you might appreciate how fucking toxic ranked is. It's like, my man only ends up dropping 4 kills, but it's so shit and it's so toxic. It's quite funny. Honestly, I'm not a man for words. Like, okay, I might talk a bit about, I guess I could talk about Emprise. Operation Emprise, which is going to be the 3rd season of the 4th year of DLC for, what's it called again? Siege. Okay, so the grappling hook on the attacker does look good, and I think it will be probably the most fun operator to use. But I'm kind of going to take an L already and say that the only way I'm going to get to use her is if I either go into a casual and just get it before anyone else does, which I might actually do. Yeah, I might actually do that. Or if I go into a terrorist hunt. Okay, so yeah, Amaru, her name is, or some shit. Yeah, not bad. It's a decent operator. I wouldn't say I have the highest hopes, but it's like, yeah. I'm still hoping that they add someone that, like, not, well, it's basically like a new version of Jaeger. It's like, Jaeger has a high pick rate, but that's not because he's, like, OP and needs nerfing. It's because we need another operator that can basically do what he does, which is basically protecting the site from, I guess, ordnance. So, like, I don't really know how you could do it without basically making a Jaeger 2.0, but I'm sure it's like, YouTubers like King George or whatever can probably think of something. Since I'm pretty sure I've heard the idea of them first, and I do agree with it. Just like, I don't know, maybe a shield? No, I don't know. Anyway, speaking of shields, that segues nice onto the Vulcan shield and Gloy. Oh. Oy vey. I think Goyo's going to be the more impactful of the two. And I think if it wasn't for me wanting to basically have a valid opinion on the Smoke Elite, which is that it's good because I'm a Smoke main, I probably would main Goyo. No, like, I think his shields are honestly meta as fuck. Like, let's just say you're playing at one of those maps where it's like, to get onto the bomb sites, there's like basically 2, 3, whatever entrances. It's like the last 10 seconds, you just shoot them all, and basically that person can't get onto the site, and you basically won the round. Like, a matter of fact, I can imagine, well, I don't even know if it'd be enough to him or a buff to Twitch, but I can maybe see eventually Twitch drones being allowed to destroy that, because I think that's probably a suitable extra counter. Because, you know, it's like, the bolt should technically make it explode, but then again, we have a Spanish operator that can fucking track footsteps. So it's probably not that realistic. I don't really know if there's anything to update, anything else to say. So, I'm going to end this here. Thank you for tuning in to episode 12 of the Willsgcreed podcast, and I will see you whenever. Peace. Also, Vitality are going to win the major, or this major is going to set them up to have the best era. Bye.